In 1981, Nikon made the AIS version of its 105mm f2.5. 105s were pretty much a staple in photographers' bags at this time, and it stayed that way until zoom lenses stopped sucking. It was known that the optical formula of this lens was fantastic. It wasn't even a groundbreaking new design. But something rather uninteresting happened in 1984 in a refugee camp near Peshawar, Pakistan. Yes, I know it looks like Peshawar, but it's pronounced Peshawar. A photograph is taken with a Nikon FM2 on Kodachrome 64. Now in June 1985, things do get interesting when National Geographic released that image. And that image, I bet you've seen it, is the Afghan girl taken by American photojournalist Steve McCurry. It has been labeled as the most famous photo ever taken and would appear on the cover of National Geographic a total of 3 times, including its 125th anniversary issue. What's really wild is that this version of this lens had an almost 25-year run. That's almost the entirety of a single lens crafter's working life from hire to retire, through D-series and G-series lens eras. It's so incredible that it still had enough demand from a decade before my birth until I was 15 years old, not knowing I'd be a photographer. Now let's talk about lens specs. It has a nifty little retractable hood and a 7-bladed diaphragm, and dimensionally it's 2.5 by 3.1 inches, so very much coat pocketable, and it weighs 15 ounces. That seems heavy for a small lens, right? Well, lenses used to be built to last. It's metal and glass. It manual focuses at a minimum distance of 1 meter and has no electronic contacts, so adapted, it's not going to communicate data to your camera. I lost basically my entire history worth of images with this lens, except for a few images that I can't put out on YouTube without losing my channel, because it's fine art. But I will build that collection back up someday. For now, let's jump over to Flickr to see what other people are shooting with this lens. All right, we're at the Flickr for the Nikkor 105 f2.5. Let's get through here and see what we got. This was definitely done with some extension tubes because you cannot focus that close with the 105. A very cool shot nonetheless. There you go, look at the range of tones of the black and whites and grays. This is very excellent. Look at the cool bubbly bokeh. Yeah, the bokeh is, you know, oblong shaped. It's not anywhere close to perfectly circular, but super pretty, super artistic. Just look at the deep color saturation. Looks absolutely fantastic. You have a little bit of every color in here. You've got greens, you got yellow, you got blue, you got red, you got oranges. I mean, all of it is just really well saturated. Really, really good. Got a little street photography portraits going on here. The skin tones look fantastic. But I want to see if I can find a kind of like a classic portrait. Oh man, look. Looks just so good. It is such a good lens. No, dude, this one's kind of artistic in its editing style. This is kind of the thing that I've been into lately and what my presets kind of do. Kind of give you something a little unique. That is a beautiful, beautiful shot. Oh man, it's just so rich. Absolutely fantastic. God, it's such a good lens. Make sure you guys go over to Flickr, show these photographers some love. There's over 120 pages full of photos that have been taken with the Nikkor 105 f2.5 just in this group that I found. It's just such a fantastic lens. We have such good lenses that are being made these days, but this is like such an old lens and it hits so hard. It is just so good. It's going to be hard to find one of these that doesn't at least have a little bit of dust in it. None of them will be perfect. Nonetheless, the Nikkor 105mm f2.5 AIS exists less than $150. Really insane if you don't mind manual focusing. It really is worth having, and that's why it's the only lens that I adapt. I'm Z-Wade, the Z-Wade, and Z-Wade Photo. Stay legendary.